In my life, no drama, no drama.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Checker TV, where sharing is caring. So today I'll be doing my first ever frontal wig installment, and I got this hair from Lux Extension on Instagram. This is a 16-inch water wave Remi hair at 150 density, and it is a 13 by 6-inch frontal. So first off, we are going to bleach the knots. Please note that this hair already came pre-plucked and bleached. However, I was still seeing those tiny dark spots right there, as you guys could see. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna bleach it again so that we could get rid of that. So these are the products I will be using. I have a 20 developer. I was going for the 30, but I couldn't find any in stores, so this is what we are going to be using. So I started out by using 2 full cups of the BW2 powder, and then guys, I was so paranoid. Instead of using the actual scoop, I went ahead and used the cover to measure the developer so that I won't like put too much or put too little. And I did measure it over for you guys, and that came up to approximately 1.5 scoop of the peroxide or the developer. So in total, I used 2 scoops of the powder and 1.5 of the developer. When doing this mixture, you want to make sure that it's not too thick and not too runny. If it's too runny, then it would seep through the lace and bleach the hair, and that's not something you want. Another thing, when applying it to the lace, you want to make sure that you're not pressing too hard, because then it would seep through the lace and again bleach the hair. So be very gentle when applying it, but at the same time make sure that the lace is fully covered and you know it doesn't have like little holes or anything. Cover it fully, but be gentle. Honestly, I was very scared because I am heavy-handed, and I was just praying to God that, you know, it doesn't seep through. Another thing is that this mixture is strong, so it can be very irritating to you if it is you're very sensitive. It was irritating me, so I would probably suggest a mask or something if you're comfortable with that. But just make sure that, you know, you are very covered. Put on your gloves and everything, because this is not something to be messed with. The next thing I did was applied foil paper, and this was to just speed up the process. But guys, this is where I went wrong. As you guys can see, I pressed it by, oh my gosh, and at that moment I knew something was wrong. So I quickly took it off because, you know, I was just paranoid. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And I saw spots and I went ahead and applied more, and yeah, that was wrong. So don't do that. If you can wait without the foil paper, do that. But after that mistake, I carried on. I went ahead and washed off the bleach and everything, and then applied my Shimmer Light shampoo. What I basically did was slap that baby on and waited for like 5 minutes before I rinsed it out. So as you guys can see, I am just applying it all over and making sure that, you know, I didn't miss any spots, because you gotta get that bleach out. You want to make sure that you wash that bleach out. So this is how it looked after I washed it out, guys, and as you guys could see, the bleach touched the hair. I was devastated. I wanted to cry so bad, but you know, your girl didn't stop there. I was like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna show you guys how I get this done and how we're gonna fix this and bring this baby back to life. So even if you did it and you bleached or over bleached your knots, we're gonna fix it. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna show you guys the hair and how it looks after it's been dried for about an hour, and yeah, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I fixed it. So to bring back this wig from the Valley of the Shadow of Death, We are going to be using the dark brown in Adore 110 and a girl's handy tool, the mascara brush. When throwing this dye into the bowl, you want to make sure that you throw it to the side and not directly in the middle, so that the mascara brush, you know, you could easily put it on the mascara brush. Yeah. And then we are going to make sure that we pick them hairs up. Be very, very careful. You don't want to touch the lace, because then you're going to just dye the lace black again. So you're going to go as close as possible. As you guys can see, I'm picking the hair up and then taking the mascara. I mean, it would look harsh because it is fast forwarded, but trust me, I am really taking my time here. I'm making sure that I get all them bleached hairs and dyeing them back brown. Okay, we always gonna trick the system, boo. So yes, take your time, go as close as possible, but try and not to touch the lace. So as you can see, there's already a difference, thank you Lord. And I just did this throughout the entire frontal wherever I saw the hair was bleached, and then I went ahead and washed it again with my Shimmer Light shampoo and conditioner, and this was the end product. So our next step is to pluck the hairline. Like I said, this unit came pre-plucked, but your girl wanted to pluck it some more. Why not? So first I just went ahead and sprayed it down with some water, just to and brushed it back, just so that I could get a better view of what and where I want to pluck. And then I went ahead with my rat tail comb and patted behind the hairline. So you don't want to pluck from directly in front, because that's just gonna only recede your hairline. You don't want that. We don't want that. So I go with my rat tail comb and I pat in a zigzag motion down, as you guys can see, and behind there is where we're going to pluck using our tweezers. Now when plucking, you don't want to stay in one section for too long, because then you will end up with bald spots, and we don't want bald spots in 2020. So that's what I did. I just patted behind, and as you guys can see, I'll be going in with my tweezer and pulling the hair strands out. If it is that you find that the unit is fine just the way it is, then go ahead, but I wanted to pluck it because I want it to be as natural looking as possible. I hate to see the high bumps and everything in the hair. I want it to be flat and nice and look like it's coming out of my scalp. And as I said, this was my first time, so I really wanted it to be natural and flawless for my first time. So your girl went on. Try not to over pluck, because then you would be reducing the longevity of the hair, but at the same time, you know, don't make this thing look too wiggy in the front. Don't make it too wiggy, okay? So that's what I was doing, and as you guys can see, I'm brushing out the hair, and you guys will see how much hair I use. Right now I am doing my side part, and as you guys can see, it looks like very thick right there. So I went ahead behind the part and pulled some more hair out so that it could be flat. You don't want it to be too high and look too wiggy. So that's what I'm doing. Right now I just tried on the wig to make sure that everything is laid flat and the hairline is plucked enough before we move on to our next step, which would be tinting the lace to match our skin. As you guys can see right now, the lace is knotted on my skin. Right here I have 3 different lace shades. One in the middle I dyed myself using coffee. The one on your right was the one I had from old lace, and then the one on your left is what the lace front came with. So to tint my lace, I have my L'Oreal True Match powder, and I am just going to put that on. So next is to prepare your head or yourself. So I'm going to show you guys two stocking caps. The one on the left, I actually used coffee to dye. I was experimenting. Okay guys, I was really experimenting throughout this entire process. I like the shade of the coffee one. I found that the other one was a bit too light, so I used the coffee one. Make sure that your hair is braided back flat enough. I had in a total of 8 cornrows, and then I went ahead and applied my stocking cap and cut out my ears, looking like a whole dwarf, but you know. Then I went in with my got to be glued and just outlined my hair or where I want the stocking caps or the lace front to be laid with my rat tail comb. And then I went ahead and applied more behind that line so that it could stick. I also went in with my Tresemme holding spray just to give it an extra hold and for it to dry quicker. And then I went ahead and cut off that stocking cap. Unfortunately, I lost the video footage of me doing that, so yeah, sorry. So right now I'm just trying on the wig again to see if I'm seeing the cap and where it is I want to align or if I want to cut off more. However, I realized that the stocking cap was a bit too bright. I initially did use my foundation powder and tapped it on the stocking cap, but it was still a bit too bright, as you guys could see. So I went ahead and applied my foundation instead, and I found that that was way better. Like, it blended perfectly with my skin. As you guys can see right now, I just look bald and the stocking cap is not so yellow. So use your foundation, that's my advice, instead of your powder. After applying the foundation, I went in with some rubbing alcohol and cleaned off the excess foundation, and then I went back in with my got to be glue and applied it right in front of the stocking cap where the lace front would be applied. Now when it is you apply this second layer or the third layer of got to be glue, you want to make sure that it is tacky and not too wet, not too dry, but tacky. So you're going to touch it and make sure that it's tacky so that the lace front would stick. After that, I went ahead and cut my lace front in 4 sections just so that it would be easier when I am about to cut the lace front off. When cutting, I use the scissors just to cut around my ears, cut the lace from around my ears, but then I went in with my razor to do the front section. Reason being, the scissor will give it this straight look, and that is not something you want because then it would look too wiggy. So I went in with my razor and I did a zigzag motion so that it won't be too straight and come off as too wiggy. So you're just gonna go and use your razor. This is one I use for my eyebrows, but you know, we could use it for everything. So now it's time to make our baby hairs. What I did was I just parted out a very small section, and then I went in with my mousse to just lay back the back section of the hair because it is a lot of hair. So I just went in with my mousse to smooth it back so that I don't have any interruptions or cut any hair by mistake. So as you guys can see, I did not take out too much. It was just a very small section. I also went in with my curling iron just to smooth back everything and to straighten out the front section of my hair. when cutting the edges, as you guys can see, I didn't use my scissors again. I went in with my razor comb just to give it a jagged, motion instead of a straight line. And then I used my mousse to set the hair. Reason being, I didn't want it to be like really hard. I wanted it to be a soft set, so I didn't go in with my gel or any of those heavy products. I just used my mousse and I foamed it, and then after that we are going to tie it down to set everything in place. I actually tied it down for at least I think it was 25 minutes. I went and did what I had to do and did my makeup and everything and tied it down. Okay guys, so this is how it looks. I use my spray bottle and just wet the hair before I actually separate the things. I just bring them to one side, wet them, wet all over, make sure it's damp. Then I take my brush and swoop through. Look at that curl, boo boo. Right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add some mousse and then some leave-in conditioner. I'll be right back. So honestly, I think that the Lotta Body mousse is the best, but I don't have that right now, so I'll be still using the olive oil foam wrap lotion, and I'm gonna just apply it to the hair so that the curls can stay a little while longer. Make sure you get it from the back, get it from behind. And I also saw this method where persons use like a little bit of leave-in conditioner so that if the curls will not come back like fluff, and if it does dry, it will dry in the position that you laid them basically. But guys, look at the curls, look at the curls. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of my Crown of Curls leave-in. You guys might use this a lot on my page. Just this amount. Rub it in and just pray that it don't come white. And just rub that through. Okay. Okay, it doesn't come white and it smells lovely, so that's a plus. Next side, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna brush it through. Look at that bounce, guys. I just want y'all to just look at it. Bounce right back up. Love to see it. Love to see it. Straight. Bounce right back up. I got curly hair. Okay, so let's see how the edges are. Myself my little part. So this is how it looks. Right. So now, because I don't want my just to look like it's actually stick down, I'm just gonna take it back up. Remember, I used the foam. It's gonna be like a soft set instead of using the gel. Raise them up a little bit and just put them up in the direction that they were. So they will be like a soft what lace, boo? Hold on. You need to come over this side. That's my scalp. That's my scalp, guys. Oh my god. All the hard work has paid off. I am really here trying to pop this thing on with my edge brush. But yes guys, that's my scalp. Look at that. I really had this tied down for some time as well. And that is my scalp, guys. Look at that. Okay, this needs to be fixed. So this is it. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, I'm just turning the back so that you guys can see. This is the girl. Ooh! Ooh! Alright. And your girl is just gonna transform a little bit, put on like some nice clothing so you guys can see the entire fit. This is it, guys. I'll show you the lace. This is what we came up with. So this is my side part. If you guys would like me to do a middle part in the next video, just let me know in the comment section. I'll try it out. But this is the hair. I am in love, guys. Like the texture, you guys saw the struggle, you guys saw how much things I had to go through. I didn't do the lace, like I didn't bleach it, not perfect at the first time, but that is just to tell you guys, do not give up. Don't give up. Like we found our way through it, and look at sis is slaying. Like I think that I've done good for the first try. If you guys would like, you guys could rate me in the comment section from a 1 to 10, like how well did it come out. Let me show you guys. Oh. Then we have our little baby hairs that I didn't like want to lay down with edges. I wanted a soft look. So yeah, I will leave all the details in the description bar below, guys. So make sure that you guys follow her page. It's gonna be right here. On the way down. Make sure that you guys order your wigs. Trust me, I am not going to leave you astray. This quality is lovely. Just check the curls. And I'm thinking to do like different styles. So maybe if you guys follow my Instagram page, my personal Instagram page at blooming_flower.x.o, you guys will see different ways I'll style this wig. Hopefully in the upcoming weeks. What I would do is that I would wear this hair for at least 2 weeks so that I could give you guys another review in terms of like the longevity, the shedding, and everything of the hair, to make sure that you guys get to say like, okay, this wig is actually worth it. But for right now, definitely, I would definitely invest. I shampooed twice and a little bit of hair came out. It was not a lot at all. The lace is actually blending really good into my skin. Guys, I'm a bit proud of my first lace frontal, and I am like, what lace, boo? What lace? I don't see what you're talking about. What lace, boo? Oh. So okay guys, that's it for this video. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you have not as yet. You are welcome into the Chair Care family, where sharing is caring. Bye bye.
So pick me